Welcome back to another episode of The Fuzzy Pod. I'm your host, Megan.
And I'm your host, Maddie.
And here in The Fuzzy Pod, we love to talk about all the things that give us those warm, fuzzy feelings, which of course includes a lot of nostalgia from the late 90s and the early 2000s. Today, we are going to be talking about deep cut, spooky Disney movies. Ooh, I honestly love a theme. I love a good theme. I love that it's Halloween time. I love doing Halloween themed episodes. I'll say it. I think I like spooky season more than Christmas. Are you on the same boat as far as like?
I just love it all. I just love this. I love Q4.
Q4. She's always using that business major lingo.
I just think the final quarter of the year is the best. It's just got all the heavy hitters.
The final stretch.
Yeah.
Really has it all.
It really does. And I like the weather. I like the fashion. I like the foods. I like the only thing I don't like is the sun setting at 3 p.m.
Yeah, what is with that? Especially where we live. We live in Nashville, if you didn't already know. And what's interesting about Nashville is Tennessee is kind of like split down the middle almost with, not even the middle.
Not even down the middle. It's
just
like
split randomly to where Eastern time zone starts and where Central is. And we are like right on the edge to where we could be. We could be edging so close to being Eastern time zone, but we're Central. And so when, Eastern time zone, the sun's setting at 5 p.m., it's setting at 4 p.m. for us.
It's terrible.
It's actually very depressing.
It's so bad.
I know there's places where it's like even worse, where they'll have seasons of like only sun and only darkness.
I think I couldn't do that. I don't.
We need routine. Well, we need routine.
I think I would be okay with the like longer days of sun. It would be the waking up in darkness, doing life in darkness. I'm just not built for it. It makes me like just sad. That's seasonal depression for you.
Yeah.
But like also props to those who work like night shift jobs.
No, seriously. Because you're fighting against what your body is telling you to do.
Unless you're a night owl.
Yeah, well, the melatonin in your body. You think people that are night owls, like true night owls, the melatonin's doing something opposite?
I think they don't have any of that.
It's not being produced whenever the sun sets.
They have it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's got to be something like that.
I think true night owls are people who have insomnia.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a rough one, too. Because your body needs to sleep.
I got like 12 hours of sleep 2 nights ago, and it still wasn't enough. Like I went to bed. Like I was in bed at 9.
Woke up at 9.
Fell asleep at 9:15. Woke up at like 8.
Ugh. Sometimes I
hours.
swear I need like a blackout curtain 15-hour sleep to.
I felt great when I woke up, but I was just like,
still wasn't enough.
Like I would expect that the next day I would also feel good. No. It's depressing.
You know what I woke up to last night around 2 a.m.?
Yelling?
In a way, yes. Coyotes.
Oh.
Howling.
I thought it was going to be your dogs yelling.
A gang of them. I mean, it sounded like...
Did coyotes travel in packs?
Well, that's what I'm confused about because I thought they're
were solo.
Usually kind of more solo. So then I was like, are there wolves in Tennessee? And it's like, there hasn't been apparently for years, but I don't know. What I heard last night, werewolves are real. Confirmed. That's what it is. It was werewolves. Okay, that's the end of that. We won't discuss it further. But now I'm a little more scared because they were very close to my house. Maybe they're friendly. Maybe they're hot. Maybe they're shirtless.
We'll never know.
Jacob. Maybe we'll never know.
Unless you would have gone outside to investigate.
Well,
did you look out your window?
I was trying to wake Cooper up, and he's like, oh, he's got his eye mask on. Is his white noise, going, and
white nose,
his white nose and his white noise. And I was like, well, he had his white nose going too because it was, he was snoring. So it was just like all the things going
both
on.
Snore?
Okay, what I'm confused about is I snore, right?
Yeah.
Because every time I ask Cooper, he goes, no, you don't snore. You just no, when you're sleeping. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like,
no, you snore.
He goes, you breathe different. I'm like, okay, so I
that's
snore.
snoring.
And he goes, no, it's not a snore.
You do snore.
And he goes, it's like a. So I'm like, okay, snoring.
That is snoring.
Why won't he just admit that I sometimes snore?
Maybe he just doesn't. Maybe he truly doesn't believe that is snoring. He probably thinks that snoring is like.
He's rebranded snoring for me. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like no, like snoring is just like.
It can be quiet. You snore too.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. We had a sleepover recently. And I was like, that's what but here's the thing. If I snore like you do, I see what he's getting at. The description he was giving for me
says I snore sometimes.
matches yours. Like the way you were snoring too. You know, it was like the quiet kind of, like you sound so stressed.
Sometimes when I'm falling asleep, you know how sometimes people, when they're falling asleep, they'll hear like that. What's it called? It's like exploding head syndrome or something.
Whoa, that's
where they hear like a big like noise, like boom.
That sounds awful.
And then it wakes them up. Okay, I don't have that. What I do have is sometimes when I'm falling asleep, I'll be falling asleep and I'm not breathing.
Oh no!
And then I'll wake up and I go.
Oh my god!
So is that sleep apnea? Or
that sounds awful. I've only ever had that happen to me like once or twice in my life.
No, it happens like a few times a week.
What is it called again?
That's something different. The exploding head syndrome is something different.
Well, I have exploding ass syndrome in my house because my husband wakes me up by farting so loud. That's the way. That's the way I wake up. No, actually, though, it's very loud.
Exploding head syndrome is a rare sleep disorder that causes people to experience imagined loud noises or explosive sensations in their heads while falling asleep or awake.
That sounds absolutely terrible.
It's like hallucinations. Oh my god.
Gunshots,
other loud noises, thunder, explosion.
I had some weird dreams last night. Did you have weird dreams or did you?
I don't remember my dreams last night. I fell asleep watching like Bob's Burgers.
Oh, that's wholesome.
And Family Guy. I started with Family Guy. I like put on Family Guy. I like never watch Family Guy, but every once in a while I get like an itch of nostalgia where I'm like, let me put on like an episode of season 2 of Family Guy.
There was a time I like really like, I almost said like stubbed my knee, like, you know, stubbed your toe, but like ran my knee into like something, and it hurt so bad. The way I made contact with the item, it just hit so perfectly, like under my kneecap. And all Cooper could do was pull up that meme of Peter Griffin where he's like, hurts his leg, He was like, that's literally you. And I'm like crying.
You know what's crazy about kneecaps? Hey, riddle me this.
Who?
Because you know how people have like knee replacements?
Mm-hmm.
Well, aren't our kneecaps just floating? Ugh.
They're not connected to anything? No way. No way.
They're not connected. So then what do they do with knee replacements? Do they connect it?
What was the whole point of that song as a kid? Like the tailbone's connected to the something bone. The something bone's connected to
Or is that just when you're a kid?
And then you get to the knee bone?
Maybe it's just when you're a kid.
It's connected to nothing. It's floating.
Caps.
No
floating.
way.
Ugh.
No, they don't. They're just loose in there. There's no way. They're connected to like ligaments or something. Okay, what'd you learn? Share with the class.
A kneecap is sometimes called a floating bone. Because
Sometimes.
it is not attached to another bone.
So it's just attached to like muscle, ligaments, et cetera, et cetera.
That allow it to glide.
Oh, so
I feel sick.
Is that bad that mine cracks? What does that mean? Is it gliding too much?
I don't know, but I'm stretching out my knees. Sometimes I like stretch my legs out as far as I possibly can. It kind of hurts, but feels good.
Yeah, it's like a stretch.
You do that?
It's a deep stretch.
Like where you just kind of like
fully, oh yeah. It goes all
push
the way from like the tip of your toe all the way up to the back of your
butt.
thigh. Yeah, it's a good stretch. My knees have been bad since I can remember. I remember going to like the doctor for like my knees being creaky in like high school.
Slip out of its groove? It says a kneecap is considered unstable if it slips out of its groove.
I don't think it slips out of its groove, but unless that's what that popping is, you can feel it too. You want to feel it?
No. I'm sick.
I was like, if you put your finger right here, when I like swing my leg back and forth, it goes click, 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 click. And it's done that since like high school. So it's not even like a thing because I'm like in my 30s now. It's just been that way. It just be that way. Anyways,
Do you have
that's
swelling?
Sometimes, yes.
You might have arthritis.
Since high school? That's crazy, bro. I also have an Achilles tendonitis. Did you know that?
Yeah.
It flares up. Holy moly.
Tiny bubbles. Your joints are filled with lubricating. Oh, is it tiny bubbles?
Maybe because you go pop, 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 pop.
Your joints are filled with lubricating fluid that contains tiny gas bubbles. As you move, the pressure inside your joint changes.
Is that good? I mean, a lubricated knee, that sounds like a healthy knee.
Sometimes the muscles or soft tissues around your knee momentarily catch. When they release, you hear a click.
Okay, wait. Speak up.
I just feel ill.
She's like about to throw up saying all these words. She's like,
sometimes the muscles or soft tissues around your knee momentarily catch. And when they release, you hear a click or pop.
That's what I'm hearing? My muscles are catching on stuff?
We don't know. These are just options.
Okay.
I'm just giving you the option.
You're not diagnosing me?
No, I'm giving you the options.
Dr. Madi, tell me what's going on.
ResilienceOrthopedics.com. Ligaments or tendons normally glide over bones and other structures inside your knee. A tendon or ligament may catch on a bony lump or old scar tissue and they snap back. That can cause a pop. Or maybe that's it. Is it just one knee or both?
One knee.
Okay, so maybe you have some scar tissue.
Ooh. Oh, you know what?
And so the tendon is like popping over it.
This is the same knee when I had my bike accident at 9 years old. 8 years old,
that's it.
Somewhere around there.
It's old scar tissue.
I have a scar there, like a big circle scar.
It's scar tissue. You're totally fine.
That's
oh my God,
crazy.
I did diagnose you. But it also could be arthritis.
Yes. You know what? Maybe I'll dig into that further later.
Oh my God, there's so many terrible things that can happen to your knees. It just keeps going. Like, look at all this.
Yeah, we gotta have our vitamins. We gotta take care of our bones. We gotta lift weights.
It's the ligaments.
Keep your bone mass up.
Ugh. That could be a good trivia question, though, like about the kneecap.
Yeah, which one of your bones is not connected to any other bones?
No. Which bone is the kneecap connected to?
And that's a trick question.
It's a trick question.
It's not a trivia question. That's a trick question.
Aren't some trivia questions trick?
No, they'd be more like, which of these is not? But it's still very like plainly laid out. I would be mad if it was like that. That's not a real trivia question.
Okay, whatever. I tried to get Megan to do a Jonas Brothers trivia with me.
Oh, I said yes. We just couldn't coordinate the time. The way you said tried to made it sound like I was not.
No, I didn't say that.
So interested. You said I tried to get Megan to do a Jonas Brothers trivia with me.
I did. That is truthful.
I'm saying it makes it sound like you're like, I tried to get her.
Not trying to be deceitful.
I'm just letting you know.
I'm just like,
you call me next time you see it's happening.
What was crazy is I just saw this random little poster like
it's just small, like it blew in the wind meant for you.
No, literally, it was at some taco place. Oh my God, I just got a text, my Coinbase withdrawal code. Please do not share this code.
Who?
I don't know. I get a lot of scam texts.
You do.
And report.
Like way more than me.
I'm deleting and I'm reporting, okay? You try to send me a scam text, you better check yourself.
Still to this day, the funniest scam text I ever got was a text being like, do you want to make your PP bigger? And I said, yes. No, I said.
Did they send you a brochure?
No, I was like,
did they send the
PP could not be bigger if I needed it to. In the words of Taylor Swift, my dick is bigger than the devil's or something like that.
Than the devil's? I kind of imagine that Satan has like a tiny PP.
Yeah, right? Okay.
It's giving like overcompensating.
100%. All the shenanigans.
That's just my hot take.
Okay, what's the lyric? I don't want to, misquote the poet.
The great poet of our generation.
You made a deal with the devil. Turns out my dick's bigger.
Huh? You made a deal with the devil, but turns out my dick's bigger? So the person made a deal with the devil to have a big dick, or the devil has a big dick?
Whose
dick does she have a bigger dick than?
Yeah, that's it. Hold on, we gotta get
Answer
the whole
these
picture.
questions.
All we gotta know is that she is the biggest. That's all we need to know.
It's just so unclear. There's so much that's unclear.
Do you want to hear my latest hot take involving Taylor Swift's new album?
Please.
I have been listening to it some more. And
have you listened to Doja's new album?
No, I need to.
Okay, that one's good.
Okay. I've been listening to Taylor Swift's new album, and there's a few songs that, I mean, I like them. Okay.
I don't think that's a hot take.
Is it not?
No.
Okay,
the Swifties are still backing her, so.
Well, here's the thing. There are some very much, like, there are some songs that I can't sit through. I'm sorry, canceled. Like, lyrically, it's just really, like, hard for me. Like, even just the mention of Gucci. And, I don't know, just a lot of outdated kind of feeling things.
Gucci, my coochie.
Basically. But there's a lot of them that are just, like, I don't know, they're just silly, goofy fun. And everyone is like up in arms about like Wood as well too, but I'm like, we would let Sabrina Carpenter get away with that. You know what I mean?
If she I think the problem is like that's Sabrina Carpenter's brand.
Yes, I understand that, but I'm also like,
but it's fine. Someone can rebrand.
They can move around.
I mean, she's the queen. Like Taylor Swift is the queen of rebranding. So
100%. You know what it is too? Is I don't think that what am I trying to say? I don't, when I go, no. When I listen to her album, I'm not going in with like a certain lens of her already.
Yeah, because you're not a Swiftie.
Yeah.
So you're not like, oh my God, nothing's going to be better than blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Because of that. So it kind of helps me. In a way.
It's my superpower.
Not being a Swiftie is actually helping out here
I'm
to
not like
enjoy
other
it.
Girls.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, that's all. We have a lot to talk about that involves spooky season and involves the deep cut Halloween movies that were fever dreams in our life. Yeah.
I loved that. Thanks.
We love what? The chat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for that banter.
Yeah, of course. Let's go ahead and, we're getting off track again. Let's just reel it back in one more time.
You know what has good banter? A Disney Halloween movie.
Oh, yeah, does it? A Disney.
That's it.
Do you want to kick things off, or do you want me to start with one?
It feels wrong for me to start.
It does?
A little bit.
Why is that?
I don't know.
You're more spooky than me today. You have skeleton earrings on.
Yeah, but you...
I'm the ghost of Fran Drescher. Yeah. If you see my outfit on YouTube.
The ghost of Fran Drescher's farts. Okay.
What? Okay, you go first.
I don't know. All right. First up of our... and maybe these aren't forgotten to you, but they're forgotten to us. So, disclaimer. First up is Tower of Terror, the 1997 film that was based on the ride.
What? Not the other way around?
No, it's never the other way around. Jungle Cruise, anyone? What was the other one? They've made another one that was based on
Adventureland? That one did not do well.
They love making a movie based off of a ride, which is kind of funny. Also, what I thought was interesting, in the opening scene, it says based off of the Walt Disney World ride. So did they get Tower of Terror? They must have, because Tower of Terror was in California Adventure, and that didn't open until the 2000s.
Wild.
So that's kind of crazy.
It didn't seem like it lasted too long before it became like the Guardians.
When did it become Guardians?
I guess it was probably like 20 years or something, but
2017?
It feels like it's been a while, right? I don't know. I kind of miss the Hollywood Tower of Terror.
I know. Bring it back.
I think it's still in Florida, though.
Okay, so the plot of A Tower of Terror. A discredited journalist named Buzzy and his niece Anna, who is played by Kristen Dunst.
Oh my gosh.
Important to note. Investigate the mystery of the Hollywood Tower Hotel. In 1939, a group of 5 people disappear in the hotel elevator. Included is the beloved child actor Sally Shine. No one quite knows what happened that fateful night until Buzzy and Anna unpack the mystery. They go to the hotel and have a run-in with the ghost. They end up gaining their trust and try to help free them from this purgatory of the in-between that they are living in. It turns out that, spoiler alert, Sally's sister was the one behind the incident and was looking to sabotage her sister out of jealousy.
So she cut the cord on the elevator?
Well, no, she performed witchcraft.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. And that is the basis of the Tower of Terror movie, which I don't know if I've ever seen, actually, when I was watching it. I was like, I feel like I have vague memories of this, but it was actually a fun watch.
That's what you were saying. I definitely watched it as a kid, but I haven't watched it in 20 plus years, so.
Kristen Dunst definitely was a better actor
than Buzzy.
than the guy who played Buzzy, no offense.
Dude, there are some extremely talented like child actors out there.
Yeah, it was.
It's just when you got it, you got it.
Yeah, it's a fun movie for sure. And like the reveal, because essentially what happens is this like old woman goes to Buzzy's house and is like, listen, I need you to figure this out. Like, I am a witness. I saw one of the people who was in the elevator who was the nanny of the child star. She's like, I saw the nanny performing witchcraft because she secretly hated this girl. So like she's the one that's behind it and I just need help proving it and like yada yada yada. And it's like this old woman, like 80-year-old woman. And he's like, all right, old lady. And then he like goes to the hotel. They end up seeing like, oh my God, the ghosts at first are trying to scare them away because they're like, we don't know who you are.
Is it an active hotel?
No,
oh.
It's shut down. Yeah. And so they like scare them away. And then they realize like, oh, we can trust them. And then come to find out the old woman has been in a mental health facility. And has a secret trunk that has all these like has all these newspaper clippings of the young child star, and it's like hate her, kill her, and then like a little like what do you call it, like doll.
So she's a sister.
So it's the sister is the old woman,
but she probably feels guilty and trying to get off her conscience.
No.
Oh.
She's trying to finish the job. So essentially, what happens is like they're stuck. And each Halloween night, which is when the party was happening, which is also the old woman's birthday, which is why she was jealous because she was like, it's my birthday. Well, come to find out, little Sally had planned a surprise party, and that party was for her sister.
Oh my gosh.
But what'd she do? She tried to kill her.
What is Sally, like 5 at the time?
Yeah, like 8. Yeah. Anyways.
That is the twist of it being...
The twist of it being the old woman?
The old woman being the sister that originally tried to kill.
Oh. I didn't guess it. I didn't guess it.
Whoa. That's a good twist.
It was a good twist.
Okay, I need to watch this one. I loved the ride, and yeah, I think I would really enjoy it. The last time I got to go on the ride, too, was in Disneyland Paris, so it was all in French, which was actually scarier.
It was scarier, right? Yeah, it was. It actually is scarier because you're like, oh my God. But no, I love that ride. It's so fun. And I think having like, what's kind of interesting though, because I feel like on the ride, I feel like part of the story too is like the bride that decapitated all of her husbands on the ride.
No, that's Haunted Mansion.
You're right.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second.
No. There's 2, but it is like, it's kind of, that is like the spooky vibes.
They did make a couple Haunted Mansion movies as well.
Ooh.
But for another time. Did you watch the most recent one?
With Eddie Murphy? That's not the most recent one.
That is not the most recent one. That one's good.
I think I did. Who was Keke Palmer in it? Am I making this up? She's in the original one too. And by the original one, I mean like the second one with Eddie Murphy. That's the only one. That's where my childhood,
This one came out a couple years ago. I can't remember the cast. Owen Wilson is in it. Jared Leto.
What? I don't think I've seen this. Jamie Lee Curtis? No.
Danny DeVito. Tiffany Haddish.
Lakeith Stanfield? No, I haven't seen any of this.
Ugh, I'll watch anything with Danny DeVito.
Wait, this was from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
No, I have not seen it. Wait, I'd watch this. I'd check it out.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
The one with Eddie Murphy has 14% Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh, that's rough.
That's pretty bad.
That's rough. Well,
The newest one has 38.
there we go. We're making little improvements as we go. Usually that number goes backwards with remakes too.
Right? That's pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. But maybe, I don't know. Who's to say?
So your movie ended up having a really good twist. I watched a movie that was so obvious 5 minutes in. That is the 2000 DCOM Phantom of the Megaplex. Now, when I started this movie up, I realized that I had only ever seen the commercials for it during the month of October on Disney Channel. I had never actually seen this movie. But basically, the concept is Pete Riley, the 17-year-old, ends up landing the assistant manager role at the multiplex in his neighborhood. What's interesting?
Sorry, how old is he?
17. That's kind of like a part of his thing. Like he's like, you're
Baller.
always working. He's like, yeah, I gotta make money for the
For what?
ladies and to
You're 17.
I know everyone's like, go have fun. He's like, yeah, but this is my life, the Megaplex. Well, the Megaplex has a really interesting haunted history. It was around in like the 1920s, ended up being demolished, and they like built this massive like new theater on top of it. It was kind of reminding me of that scary ghost story that you read on our Patreon episode.
Oh yeah.
It was giving that kind of vibe. And so there's always this theory that when they demolished it, that someone was still in the building.
And they died. They killed someone.
And that they are now the Phantom of the Megaplex.
The Phantom of the Megaplex is here.
Eating popcorn. Stupid. So, Pete and his friends are really excited because the theater he works at has just announced that they're going to be hosting a premiere of a major motion picture, okay? With lots of Hollywood celebrities in attendance. So it's going to be
silver screen.
a really big night for this little local theater here.
Cute.
So then the big night comes and literally everything that could go wrong is going wrong. You have
Classic.
disappearing staff, malfunctioning equipment, a broken popcorn machine. You have the projectors that are breaking. Literally, it's chaotic energy left and right. And Pete's little siblings, who are actually at the movie theater that night too to go see some other movies, they actually go full detective mode because they start putting together like, no, this is not coincidence.
Are his siblings Mary-Kate and Ashley?
He's like, this is the Phantom of the Megaplex. Like the Phantom of the Megaplex is haunting this theater and is causing all this chaos. Well, as I figured out 5 minutes in, it was pretty easy to figure out who our Phantom was.
It's Pete.
It was Pete's boss, the disgruntled manager, who right before the big premiere was told that the general manager position would not be going to him, but would be going to the owner's son.
To Pete.
Or one of the owner's kids.
It's Pete. He's giving Nepo baby. No, I'm just kidding.
No, Pete has no relation here. Literally.
That we know.
This guy, I forget his name, doesn't matter. Ends up having...
Let's call him Jerry.
Jerry's having, the manager, is having a one-way telephone call. And he goes, I didn't get the promotion? Oh, yes, sir. No, that's great. It's going to your, I think, kid or in-law or someone that you're related to. That's awesome.
Happy for them.
So happy.
That's
yes, I'll still make sure
time.
this event goes amazing. Of course, he's the one that sabotaged it. Duh. Anyways, so I called that 5 minutes in. I was like, okay, so that guy's going to be the Phantom.
I kind of wish there was a real ghost.
Me too. Or something.
Ew. He's going to get haunted because there probably is a real ghost and he was pretending to be it.
And they kind of had some, little side characters to kind of throw you off. One of them was this guy who used to work at the movie theater like back when it first opened, who was really, really old, and he always just kind of hung out there and would pretend to still work there. But guess who he was played by? Mickey Rooney.
Aww.
Mickey
He's
Rooney.
like, back in my day, a popcorn was a penny.
No, literally. Yeah, and of course, like,
They're like, you can't keep selling things for a penny.
the thing that made me laugh the most is the whole thing just felt like a big commercial for going to the movies because, like, at the end, there's like this whole side thing with like the main kind of kids were following like Pete and his siblings. Like, their mom is dating this guy, Greg, and they're gonna get like, they're like, you should marry Greg, mom. They end up getting engaged at the end. We don't know much about Greg except for that he doesn't know how to fix cars, but then does. Literally, that's it. I don't even know what to tell you. To add to the plot of the mom not being able to get to the kids in time, their car breaks down.
Oh.
That's
and
literally
he doesn't know how
the
to change a tire.
Yeah, basically.
Cool,
so
cool.
Greg and mom end up getting engaged at the end, and then Pete has this line. I should have written it down, but it was something along the lines of
the mom of Pete.
The mom of Pete. Yeah. So Pete and his siblings were at the movie theater. Their mom.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because she's trying to
like Greg?
They like Greg. They're like, Mom, you need to marry him. Anyways, so they get engaged.
But he doesn't even know how to change a tire.
Yeah.
What's so great about Greg?
Okay.
I'm failing to see.
We don't care about Greg.
I kind of care
we
about
care
Greg.
about the fact that this movie was simply made to promote big movie theater, because at the last line that like Pete delivers, he says something along the lines of, you know what, I can't think of a better place to spend time as a family than at the movie theater. This is the best place to bond with as a family. We need to all be together at the movie theater.
At the movies, the silver screen. There's a song there.
Something's there. Anyways, that's...
Did they break out into song ever?
No, they did not. But that is the Phantom of the Megaplex.
It sounds terrible. And this Greg guy, I really don't trust.
What do you got next for me?
I mean, I think we can all agree on that one. All right, next up. James and the Giant Peach, the 1996 live action / animated film.
Have you seen this movie?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen it?
No, can you believe it?
I watched it a long time ago, and then, because, it's right up my alley, that style. I don't think, I always forget. I think Tim Burton
was
involved. I don't know how involved.
Usually it seems like Tim Burton is involved in helping to kind of create some of the big concepts and characters, and then isn't involved in any other way after that.
Icon. I know nothing about this man.
Like, literally The Nightmare Before Christmas. I think he made the connection with like Danny Elfman, and he created the characters, which, I mean, iconic.
Yeah,
but he doesn't direct it or anything like that.
He was involved in some capacity.
Because he was making Batman or something at the time.
Yeah. But anyways, right up my alley. So yeah, I watched it growing up, but I really didn't remember much of it. Like, I remember the parts that are like the claymation animation, but I didn't remember like the beginning where it is live action.
Nope.
So
I only saw commercials and trailers, and I feel like it was mostly the animate, like
claymation. That's the bulk.
Yeah,
that's the bulk of it. Okay, so James is a young boy that lives in an idyllic life by the seaside with his loving mom and dad.
Aww.
His parents have big dreams of moving to New York City, but before they are able to make that dream a reality, they tragically die.
What?
Leaving James behind, where he has to live with his 2 miserable aunts who treat him terribly.
Oh my gosh.
James then meets a mysterious old man in the garden, don't question it, who hands him magic worms. Don't question it.
I won't. Not like you and Greg.
You should question it.
Okay.
That's me telling you should question it. James accidentally drops his worms, and it results in a giant peach growing, which in turn makes the bugs living inside the peach grow and become giant. James then ends up climbing into said peach and befriends the bugs. In doing so, when he climbs inside the peach is whenever he turns into a cartoon version of himself, or claymation version of himself. And they become friends, him and these bugs, and they share their dreams of moving to the big apple in their big peach. And they do so by flying their giant peach.
I'm sorry, flying?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
They fly the giant peach. They attach seagulls to their giant peach, 100 seagulls, and the seagulls fly them to New York.
It's like Up.
Yeah, where do you think Up got their concept, okay? Which further proves my point. Which further proves my point that only the first 15 minutes of Up is good. I said what I said.
Ooh.
Yes. So that is the plot of the movie. It's got your classic elements, right? It's got the mean aunts who treat him poorly. It's got both parents dying. It's the Disney formula.
Do they make it to the Big Apple?
They do. The giant peach lands on top of the Empire State Building.
Oh my gosh, that could have like shish kebabbed all of them.
Yeah.
They were okay though, I assume.
Yeah. And the ants were really upset because they were trying to make money off this big peach, so they would have people come see the big peach and charge people money. And so then when he took the big peach, they were really pissed off.
Is that us in like an alternate universe, like the two scary ants that live together?
Probably. Probably.
If we had another sibling.
Oh my god. But anyway. A couple funny, not fun. Well, yeah, no, funny moments. You might be asking yourself, Maddie, how did his parents tragically die? Like, that's really sad. What happened? You know, they were making their plans. They were getting ready to move to New York. And what happened? Well, like any classic tale, they unfortunately passed away in a rhinoceros accident.
I'm sorry, say that again?
A rhinoceros accident? A rhino?
Did they live in Africa?
No.
Did they live by a zoo?
No.
Where did it come from?
I don't know. It's unexplained.
Okay.
The clouds.
It came from the clouds?
Yeah, it came from the clouds.
Did it impale them?
We didn't see. They didn't show the footage. There's no footage to be seen.
I feel like they're like relatively gentle, right?
Rhinos?
Yeah.
No.
You can't hug a rhino?
No. And
not suggested.
Still no answers because they lived like in like they weren't in the States. They were living like across the pond.
Wait, what?
So I don't know where this rhino came from. And all the bugs are like, he's like, yeah, my parents died by rhino. And they were like, that's not real.
Maybe it's like...
But then they battle a rhino in the peach.
Oh.
When it's flying to New York, they end up battling a rhino.
A lot happens inside of this peach.
But it's in the clouds.
What the? I was going to say maybe it's like a Life of Pi kind of situation. It never was a rhino.
That's kind of how I feel.
It's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor for something bigger.
Yeah. Huh.
There's also a point where one of the bugs jumped off the giant peach.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And one of the other bugs goes, he committed pesticide.
That's crazy. Wait, so would you suggest this movie?
He committed pesticide.
That's crazy. Would you suggest this movie?
Kinda.
Okay. I'm here
it's also
for
like
a little
low-key musical.
What?
There's a couple of musical numbers.
Sorry for screaming.
It's like a fever dream movie.
It sounds like it.
I'm still confused about the mystery man who is in the garden, who hands him the mystery worms that are glowing.
So there was no further developments on that?
No.
He's just another Greg
he comes
in
back
your story.
at the very, very end.
What? He's in New York?
He's like, and James always wanted to share the story and figure out a way to share the story of him and his giant peach. And this is his way of doing it. And he winks at the camera.
It's a metaphor for something. He did find his way to New York, but it wasn't that way.
I'm also kind of wondering, is the old man James?
Yes.
But he's very creepy looking. Like, I'm like, why is this old man following this young kid in his home garden?
And giving him worms.
Giving him magic worms.
It's his future self. Or future beans. Oh, no, sorry, future beans. What? He gave him magic beans.
Future beans.
He gave him magic beans, not magic worms. Or was it magic worms?
They were worms. They're glow worms.
Yes, okay.
You don't need to question it. Let me just show you a picture of the old man so you can get a visual.
Mom's got a date with the vampire.
Like, we're calling 911, right? Like, this man
says, let me show you my worm.
Hands you a bag.
Let me show
my
you.
worms inside? Like, no.
He's like, open this bag to see my worm.
He's holding it by his crotch.
Mom's got a date with the vampire. 2000 DCOM. All right, so the Hanson children, they're in a jam Adam and his best friend Duffy, they got some tickets to a Headless Horseman concert.
Hell yeah. We raving.
And his sister Chelsea, she's got a date with her dreamy boyfriend Peter. Here's the problem though.
Another Peter? Oh no, it was Pete.
It was Pete.
Okay,
this one's Peter.
It wasn't a crossover.
This is the problem though, Maddie. They are both grounded. Adam got grounded because he didn't do his homework. He said made up a story. He had to write for history class. He made up a story using an article from a magazine called The Weekly Secret. Kind of important though about Adam, his story that he wrote had to do with vampires, and he seems to be kind of obsessed with the vampires. Chelsea, she got grounded because she called her brother a dweeb, and their mother, who is divorced by the way, played by Carolyn Rhea. I think that's how you say her name. She was from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. She played one of the ants that lived together.
Oh, yes. Love her.
So she overheard her calling her brother a dweeb, so she grounds him. But they decide they're going to do literally whatever it takes to get their mom out of the house for the night. So they try to set her up on a date. Well, in the process of this, she actually ends up running into a guy at the grocery store named Dimitri, okay? And everything seems to be going according to plan. They're going to get mom to go out on this date with Dimitri, so she's distracted with her date while they go and do their activities for the night. But their little brother, okay, there's one more sibling here, Taylor.
There's 3 of them.
Taylor realizes that Dimitri might be a vampire when he sees him turn into a bat.
I mean, it's 50-50 at that point. Like, he could be, he couldn't be. Like, we can't just jump to vampire. Like, turning into a bat doesn't mean vampire immediately. Like, he could have done some sort of, maybe he's a magician. A wizard. Okay?
Oh, that too.
You know, like maybe he did some sort of transfiguration spell. Okay? Took some sort of potion. We don't know.
Where I get a little confused is the older brother seems to be into vampire stuff. So I'm surprised he doesn't believe like his little brother right away. So the little brother takes it into his own hands, okay? He ends up calling up this like guy who's known to be a renowned like vampire hunter, okay? Malachi Van Helsing. So he calls him up, whatever, how he gets in touch with him.
He just knows.
So he ends up...
They go back,
yeah. He goes way back with this vampire hunter, this 8-year-old. So the little brother ends up following his mom out on the date while he's waiting on, this like vampire hunter to show up. So not wanting their mom to come home and extend their punishments, Chelsea and Adam decide to also follow Taylor. Adam realizes that Taylor's hunch about Dimitri was right when he looks in the mirror and notices Dimitri does not have a reflection.
Okay, that's bumping it up to 75% chance that he's a vampire, okay?
No reflection. Okay, I think you're onto something.
I mean, he could be a ghost.
So there's still some other options out there. It feels like phasmophobia. You're like trying to like suss out. You need at least 3 clues until can be for sure what kind of creature we're dealing with
here.
So along with Chelsea, he sets out to stop Dimitri. So all the siblings are coming together to stop Dimitri, because apparently he's also put the mom in like this trance because he plans to take her to his mansion and probably
have his way. Oh, mommy should have a good night out too.
By murder, if you mean by murdering her.
I don't think
sucking all her blood.
No, I don't think he's gonna murder her. I think he's just gonna have like a little.
Okay, so the vampire hunter arrives, and he discovers that he was also being followed by Taylor, the 8-year-old. I don't know. Okay, so Dimitri goes to bite a powerless Adam. That's the older brother. But he and Chelsea call out to Lynette, their mom, breaking her trance. Because, as we saw earlier in the film, when the 2 brothers were watching a scary vampire movie, only true love can break a vampire's trance.
Oh my God. Why didn't they just bring garlic?
And so Dimitri's, I don't know, right? There's probably some other methods. Or like just stake him. It's a kid's movie.
Yeah.
So Dimitri's thrown into his coffin. Van Helsing, the vampire hunter here, finally doing something. He ends up sealing it with silver-plated nails. I thought that was for werewolves. Anyways. And then he plans to send it to a place in Finland where it's always sunny.
Oh, slay. So clearly they didn't have a vampire consult consults on set because they got a lot wrong. That's what I'm hearing.
I like with the silver plated. Then the vampire hunter asks the mother out on a date, and they all
Is
go
he
back
hot?
to the Hanson house for breakfast as the sun is finally rising. I actually only watched like the first 30 minutes of this movie.
So we don't know
I'm
if the
not gonna
vampire
lie.
hunter's
So
hot.
I can look up what he looks like if you would like.
Yeah, I'm just like curious. Was the vampire hotter? Like, should she have risked it? You know, like maybe she could have changed him.
The thing I find interesting about this film, though, as I was like reading up more about it, is there's actually a scene that was cut from the movie where Dimitri is shown like licking his lips while looking at the family dog
Ooh.
because they thought it was just a little too much for a kid's movie. I don't know if it was the nature in which he was licking his lips or the fact that he was looking at the family dog or just a mix of both. Yeah, so mom actually did go on a date with a vampire. I thought when I first started it up that the kid was seemingly really into vampires, and so they were going to kind of like make up that mom was dating a vampire. And it was just going to be like,
oh, that he wasn't actually a vampire.
He wasn't actually. But in this case, he actually was. Actually spooky.
I love that.
The only other thing I wanted to point out was the fact that Charles Shaughnessy, I think that's how you say his name. He is from The Nanny. He plays the guy that hires the nanny, Fran. He plays the vampire Dimitri.
Slay. I love that.
I was like, wait a second. My outfit's kind of giving Fran today.
Love, love, love.
Love, 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 love. Any thoughts, comments, concerns?
No, I think I got all my thoughts out.
Do you remember seeing that one as well as a kid?
I for sure remember the trailers. I don't know if I think I remember watching it.
I think I maybe did once, but rewatching
I feel like
it
that
again.
one was like a constantly playing.
Yes. Maybe we saw like bits and pieces and like over time, but when I was watching it, I was like, I don't remember literally any of this.
I kind of like avoided TV during October when I was a kid though, because
it was scary.
It was spooky.
It did seem so much scarier as a kid, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did. Especially like Nickelodeon, I felt like was way more scary.
Oh, now that we should look into next time we do spooky stories. Or spooky stories? Spooky movies. We should really look into that one for spooky movies next.
Okay, my last one is the House of Mouse villain special.
Yes.
So Mickey's House of Villains is what they called it. And this starts out as kind of your classic House Mouse, right? You got all the characters wearing costumes, all the villains are there, per usual. However, in this one, the villains end up taking over the House of Mouse, and Jafar tries to
freaking Jafar
sorcerer his way into taking over, and they kick out all the good guys. They trap Minnie in the kitchen with some of the other people.
Jafar, why can't he just build something of his own? Why is he always trying to come in and steal other people's things?
Because he's unoriginal. He's not creative. He's never had a thought of his own.
He's ugly.
He's ugly. His beard's all twisted and not in the way that he thinks we like. Okay? It's the wrong kind. And he's gross. And he's ugly. He knows it. So, but like...
No.
Yeah. Never mind. Wait.
No. Stop.
No.
She said, but the... Oh my God.
But like, hear me out.
What's it called? She said, but the genie version of him? But the genie version?
Hear me out. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, they end up... Mickey gets his sorcerer hat on, his sorcerer garb. And they battle it out.
Heck yeah.
And then they put all the baddies. They're trying to put them in a lamp. My lamp, the lamp. Bring me the lamp. And then they take back over the House of Mouse. But
so who's there? We got like Cruella, I imagine. Maleficent.
I mean, the main baddie is Jafar.
Okay. Maleficent's pretty powerful.
I'm just saying, Jafar's the main baddie. He's the one that's masterminded he's the one that put this all together. He was like, we're going to take over. It's Halloween.
This is our town.
This is our town now.
Shoot, it's like giving like Oogie Boogie Bash.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
But
I actually don't know because I've never been, but all the villains come out.
but yeah, this was just like a direct to DVD.
Love.
So you can't find it anywhere.
Of course.
But I watched everything illegally on YouTube.
Of course.
So.
And was it delightful?
It was good. I didn't finish that one. That was the only one I didn't finish.
But you know Mickey wins.
Yeah.
Because he has to. Imagine he doesn't.
Imagine he loses. That's why we can't find House of Mouse anywhere.
Because the villains took over. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that's my last one. 10 out of 10. Watched on YouTube. It's like 30 minutes.
You actually came with some Disney movies that I actually want to rewatch. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. And that's what I'm here for. I'm just nothing but a thoughtful giver.
Okay, my last one for you. I definitely did not watch as a kid because the commercial terrified me, but that was Under Wraps from 1997. They actually remade this one.
Did they?
In the 2020s. I recently realized. And made two of them. An Under Wraps 1 and an Under Wraps 2, but I'm going to tell you about the 1997 one.
Oh, I do remember seeing posters for the new ones.
Yes.
Yes.
So, 3 12-year-old kids end up discovering a mummy in the basement of a dead man's house that they decide to explore. It comes alive,
oh my gosh.
Of course, due to the conjunction of the moonlight during the time of the month. It's his time of the month. They're scared. They're scared of him at first, of course. It's a mummy.
I'm sorry. But dead guy's house, mummy in basement, but yes. Mummy is not dead guy.
Yes. Okay, Mr. Kubat's house. Okay, they're like, you're going to go check it out. He's had, you were talking about twist. Get ready, okay?
I'm scared.
So they're scared of him at first, but with time they discover he's actually friendly and a little clumsy, and a little confused. And so naturally,
when three
12-year-old kids end up finding a monster, they give him a little nickname. So they start calling him the Mummy Harold. So he decides to temporarily take up residence in one of the kids' bedroom. You know, of course, that's how these movies always go.
He's got to sleep somewhere.
And I mean, it's what he's great at doing.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's been doing it for decades.
Love it.
Maybe millenniums. I don't even know. Not millenniums.
Decades.
How long is the mummy?
He's been doing it for 20 years.
After paying a visit to their Halloween-obsessed friend, they discover that if the mummy is not put back into his coffin before midnight, of course, on Halloween, the mummy will cease to exist and never be reunited with his love. Okay, so here is where the twisty twist got me.
There's a twist.
At least I found this to be very twisty. So in the process of trying to get this mummy Harold back to his home, they actually discovered that Mr. Kubat
isn't dead.
He's not actually dead.
I knew it. Okay. I knew he wasn't dead.
Get this. He faked his own death as a method of tax evasion.
Shut up.
Okay.
If that's not a narrative on how Disney operates their business, tax evasion. I just think that's them confessing.
Okay, so get this. Additionally, this Kubat character is involved in so many things, including trafficking black market artifacts like Harold. That's why he was, in the basement there.
Yeah, it seems like you shouldn't have a mummy in your basement. Wait, what's his name?
Harold Mr. Kubat. Harold is the mummy.
I need a first name for...
I don't know his first name.
Kubat?
Kubat.
Mr. Kubat.
Mr. Kubat. So Mr. Kubat's just been doing all sorts of nefarious black market activities, okay? And he ends up dispatching his men, because of course, he has henchmen, to hunt down the mummy because they have a buyer that's interested.
Sorry, a dead guy has henchmen?
Well, dead guy. He's not dead. He's an evil mastermind.
Yeah, but
operating a black market
How
artifact.
can you fake your death and still have henchmen? Because then you got witnesses. You know what I mean? Doesn't seem smart.
They're in on it. They have NDAs, okay?
Okay.
Really, really intense, tight
ironclad.
NDAs. Yeah. All right. So, Harold, of course, it's Halloween time. So he's able to blend in a little bit better now that it's Halloween. But he ends up being discovered still by Kubat's men. The kids enlist Bruce, their Halloween-obsessed friend, to help rescue Harold. I don't know who this Bruce character is. I need to watch this, but it sounds like he's very helpful in having all the information about mummies and now rescuing Harold. So they end up defeating Kubat and his men. What that means exactly, Did 12-year-olds fight these grown men? Who's to say? But they reunite Harold with the female mummy that he's in love with, and the two mummies return to their sarcophagi, and enter their eternal rest.
Beautiful. It is nothing but a love story.
It is nothing but a love story of reuniting this mummy with his former lover, and so they can just eternally rest together instead of being sold on the black market.
Love it.
And you know what, though? Reading about this one, I don't know about you, but it got me interested in actually finally watching it and facing my childhood fears.
I'm ready to watch it.
He was scary looking, right?
He is scary looking.
Yeah. Still kind of
he's spooky.
I watched a trailer just to kind of get familiar again, besides just kind of reading the breakdown of it all. And I was like,
Oh my God, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's terrifying, right?
The poster, I mean, on the poster at least,
it's pretty intense.
His mouth, the only thing that's covered in gauze is the top of his head and his nose area, but then you can still see his nose, which is just the Voldemort.
Yeah.
Skull, skeleton. And then his teeth are
Yeah, it's the teeth. It's the teeth.
The teeth are crazy, man.
But apparently he's just clumsy and friendly, so good old Harold.
They had him just walking around like that? Just full mummy out?
We gotta watch this one. Yeah, the trailer's nonstop on Disney Channel. It was constantly on during Halloween time. Look at him drinking his little sody.
This is hilarious.
It's got
58% run.
Wait, that's actually probably one of the better reviewed movies of the day.
It is.
So
the new one has 42%.
We were sleeping on this deep cut Halloween movie. Well, I was gonna call it a deep cut Halloween movie, but is it considered deep cut if they're making remakes of it? Multiple remakes?
Well, maybe it was so underrated that they were like, we gotta redo it.
They're like, this is a classic story. Kids finding the monster.
I'm trying to
and then hiding them, shenanigans ensue.
It's a good story.
It's a good story.
It honestly is.
We see it time and time again, but it's still so good.
I'm trying to get pictures of the new one. Yeah, he's scary too.
Yeah, the new mummy is pretty scary too. Mummies
are terrifying. Mummy? Sorry.
Mummy?
Sorry.
Mummies are scary.
They're scary.
Unless you're the hot one from the Night of the Museum.
Ooh, he is a hottie.
Yeah.
Okay. Mummy, wolf, werewolf, vampire, marry, date,
kill. Okay. What was it again? Vampire, werewolf, mummy. Okay. You know what? It's easy to kill the mummy because they're already dead. You're not really committing a murder there. So
you just
kill mummy.
Unwrap their gauze.
Yeah. Then put them back in their sarcophagus. So kill mummy, date vampire? Yeah. Because it's just, they're cold all the time.
Yeah, I can't deal with that.
I can't, it's too cold. And, what are we going to do? It's going to be awkward at dinner when I'm having to make my own food. And he's drinking blood. Yeah, and you're staring at me eating.
They're drinking blood out of a Capri Sun pack.
No, I don't want him watching me eat. No.
And I don't want to watch them eat blood. No. But then it feels rude to be like, I'm going to make you watch me eat, but I won't watch you eat. That feels rude.
So I think we're on the same page so far. And then marry the werewolf.
Yeah.
Warm. You only deal with it once a month, but baby, so do I.
So do I, honey. Let's just synchronize.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's synchronize.
And then we'll be fine.
Same schedule. Blood moon.
The blood moon. You and I, baby. I think that's pretty.
We both need to up our iron intake, have a nice couple steaks.
Amen. There we go. I don't know why I said amen, but, it just feels right. So I think it's settled. Kill the mummy. Already dead. Date the...
Well, so is the vampires also.
Oh, that's true.
Dead, so.
But, date the vampire.
Just for the stories, Well, a little nibble.
And then marry the werewolf.
I like that plan.
Thank y'all so much for listening to another episode of the Fuzzy Pod. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you are a audio listener, leave us a rating and review. You can also find extra bonus content over on our Patreon.
Yeah, we release a bonus episode the first Monday of every single month for our paid members, as well as some additional bonus content on there for both free and paid members. So definitely go check us out over there. We'd love to have you join that little fam over there too.
Yes, what Maddie said. And with that, we will see you next Fuzzy Friday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Spooky.
Ooh.